Hello,
All right.
hello.
Welcome everybody, and Happy New Year as well.
Happy New Year.
So,
Yeah.
so it's been a few minutes, but what's new for you?
Well, I want to. So, what we were talking about before the stream started, you never had a MySpace. What?
Correct. Never
Ah,
needed one.
never
I
needed
was
one?
never a social guy back then either.
Yeah, but yeah, you have Tom as your friend. You
I
spend
don't
way
understand the
too.
reference.
So, Tom was the creator of MySpace, and he was everyone's friend. He was when you made an account, you automatically had Tom as your MySpace friend. And
That's weird.
It's just he was everyone's friend. That way you didn't feel lonely. It's like you join a Facebook now. Facebook. You don't have friends. I mean, there's no real friends on YouTube or Twitch. Not really. Right? I don't know.
I think I know more people through YouTube than I do through Facebook.
Yeah.
And that's not very many, but they're all nerfers.
Hey, you have me as a friend on Facebook. I know that.
Well, yeah, and as a result of, but that's not where it started.
True. Started when we were trapped in a car with me for 2.5 hours driving to
In
Ohio.
Ohio.
Good times, good times. But yeah,
Memorable times.
how was your New Year's and holidays and stuff?
That's good enough. I mean, nice to kind of be past that and moving on to new things now, but can't complain too much.
Yeah. Nah, same. We did the New Year's Eve stream teaching people board games. That was probably a little too complex for teaching someone
Yeah,
board games.
but hey, we had fun though,
We did. the
we do it again.
Oh yeah. That was the I think I mentioned at the beginning, it's like these games can either take 10 minutes or 2 hours. The first game took 2 hours.
It was like an hour and 50
Hour and
minutes,
50.
but it
And
wasn't a solid 2.
yeah, Panda ended up being the traitor of the board game, and I
I
just
mean,
went,
who didn't see that coming?
nah, exactly. Well, I was trying to be it. I'm like, come on, let me be it. I was gonna destroy you all, but yeah, Panda was it, and then Panda tried to attack me, and then I went, oh no, I can just win the game right now without any of the new players really doing anything. And in proper sportsman fashion, I kicked Panda's butt. It was good.
Well, in all fairness, the rest of us weren't really prepared for actual combat warfare or anything like that. I just had the ability to steal some things if needed,
Yeah,
but
you got a shiny rock. You were wandering different buildings, just collecting everything along the way.
yeah, I had my shiny rock and my
Yeah.
vial of poison.
Yeah, it was good times. Good Reaper had some stuff, was stuck in a trash pile, got bit by a rat.
I forgot about the rat.
Yeah, he became a were rat. It was great. But,
And everybody learned the word lycanthropy, so it's
yeah.
educational.
I played D&D too much because in the back of my mind, I'm like, how do you not know that word? It's like, weren't you an emo kid in high school? Come on,
We all weren't.
not a phase, mom. Yeah.
But so yeah, if anybody watching was part of that, then welcome back, and also thanks for supporting us. And that's just
And we apologize.
something. Yeah, it was uncomfortable for everybody in various times, various points, but it is something that we're talking about doing a little bit more often, maybe like once a month, every other month,
Yeah.
something like that. Periodically, just grabbing a hold of some random people and saying, "Hey, let's play a game that's not that complicated,"
Less complicated.
and trying it again.
At
Just
least 5% less.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
4%. 3%. Oh, that finger doesn't really like to work that well. 2%. 1%. Yeah. Sorry. Look, I'm always amused by my hand tracking, even though I've had it for almost a year. I just go, hey, I got hands. Look at these.
I'm just happy that especially with the introduction of new technology this month, we haven't had any major issues yet. So that we're doing good.
Yeah.
We're doing good.
Yeah, so Nathan's on a new camera, or new old camera.
A different camera, for sure. A better, hopefully, camera.
Yeah, he's on a DSLR into a capture card into his laptop. and then a DJI mic, which I'm still quite impressed with. It's yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
I've not heard it myself yet. We'll have to wait until the stream processes. But yeah, you seem happy with it, and that's good enough for me so
Yeah.
far. But we'll hopefully improve
Look,
things a little bit more. We've
it,
got some ideas for making the shooting arrangement here a little better as well in the future. So
Nathan
we'll
takes us for a drive. It's gonna be good.
we gotta wait for the technology to catch up, or at least my budget to catch up with the technology for that. But I'm not ruling it out.
Look, I got a $5,000 setup that we we can do, and then we hire a camera person to run
Oh,
alongside the car
bring it
the whole
up.
time.
Bring it up. Like I said, I'm not ruling it out.
Yeah. Good time. Yeah. Do you get any actual like nerfy or work or hobby things for Christmas? Or
Yes, I bought myself a Maxim finally.
nice.
So that's nice little package, and actually probably gonna use it this Tuesday. Gosh, Tuesday coming right up real quick. We're doing a little Nerf night with the local group, so we'll
Nice.
actually see how it works on the field. So
Are
that'll
you
be fun.
just using it out of the box? Are you doing anything to it?
I just throwing a lipo in it for now, but gonna go with solenoid later on. I just gotta get some parts ordered, etc.
Fair.
So
Yeah. The whenever whenever the flywheel of the world, okay, this guy gets the damn new 2.0 solenoid done. I'll make sure you have one
just
to
waiting
test
on you.
out. Yeah. I'm just waiting on a programmer. But yeah, no, it's good. But yeah, I know one thing I want to actually touch base on for this time around is I've got my film set up mostly done. And yeah, it's let me switch. Let me use, let's see. This button still works. Nope. Ah. So it doesn't look like much how it is right now, but it's a tablecloth over a basic sturdy folding table with a self-healing workshop mat that I bought off Amazon, and it's just boom rigged. And yes, Gale Wolf, new solenoid. We
Very exciting.
very excited. I showcased it a bit at Ragnarok. I was like, what's that place that I went to called? Ragnarok.
California.
Yeah. Well, I live in California.
Oh, so
Doxing
it's not
myself a
anything
little
special
bit.
to you.
Yeah, that's just higher up California than where I am. Yeah. So yeah, it's a solenoid with an integrated PCB or circuit board with select fire, completely plug and play, no soldering, no programming required. And with variable length strokes and fully programmable rate of fire and what type of select fire you want. There's basically 3 firing modes. Out of the box, it will have full auto, semi-auto, and burst. But if you want to reprogram it, we'll have some sort of access to be able to do that. That's just more for the advanced people. Because I know one person said they wanted mag dump, which is fine. They wanted full auto, yeah, semi-auto, and I guess 18 shot, which is like, okay, you do you. Yeah, it's oh yeah, it also has built-in voltage detection, so it will immediately cut off the solenoid when your lipo gets low, so you don't kill your lipo. That's the other big thing that's taken along. It was supposed to be ready in December. The board is ready. The software behind it is not, and we are currently hammering that out. That's basically what I'm doing every day, is I'm just contacting people. Yeah, I'll be announcing it everywhere. That's step. Oh, can I raise my hand? That's step 1. Step 2, which is already done, but it doesn't work. I can't test it until the solenoid's done. It's okay. So with the size, it's smaller. It fits in the same build box, and we have adapters. So anything that fits the current solenoid will fit the new one. But if you don't want to use the adapters, it's actually even a smaller profile. Not by much, but It's considerable amount. It's closer to the out of darts neutrino size. Still not exact one for one. We tried to more match that to homogenize sizes within the hobby, but we had to make it work for what we needed to do, and we just couldn't get it that small. The interesting thing is because people keep asking me, well, can I just take off the circuit board? You can, but then you completely fry the solenoid because the way our solenoid's set up is the winding is so tight, it's less than milliseconds of power needing to go through the solenoid to do a firing cycle. So if you were to redo it, it can't handle normal voltage for long periods of time. It's fine. We did like 6,000 cycles of it with the board on. Not a problem whatsoever. It's just as soon as you try to make it dumb, essentially, and just make it pure select fire, you just can't. So that's the unfortunate part. That was a drawback that we tried to fix. We just couldn't, unfortunately. It caught fire several times. There's actually a hole burnt in my workbench from it. That was fun. So, yeah, if you don't burn a hole through something, it's you even test it? Huh?
Depends, I suppose. Depends on what you're testing, but
Yeah. You never. I mean, you product test. Product test things catch on fire. When we made the Merlins, I still I still have the memory of the pain of a Merlin case exploding from an earlier test. And
golly.
yeah, exactly, Gale Wolf. It's if you want that, if you don't want the functionality, then definitely out of darts neutron. But if you do want it, Hyperdrive 2.0, completely solderless. It also has a power pass through, so you plug in your LiPo to the solenoid board, and then you can just plug it. If you wire up your motors to the solid, basically, then you wire up the power from your motors just to the solenoid board as well. It all uses XT30s. We're attempting to do full plug and play. So as I was saying earlier, the thing that's already done, I need the circuit solenoid to fully function for me to fully test it. Is we have Twitch Twitch API integration, so streamers could have their chat shoot them fully controlled out of the solenoid board. And what's almost done is our motor control board. It's about 95% done. And then, so that would just make a full plug and play flywheel system for micro flywheels for now. And then we can upgrade that to larger size. So yeah, that's a thing.
And all these systems are kind of reliant on waiting for that solenoid
Waiting on the
board
first
to get
thing, the
finalized.
first solenoid board to get done. It's
So it's a slippery slope from there.
yeah, I wanted to get done by December and ordered. Didn't happen because it's just basically we're having to have other programmers checking old programmers' work, and it's just no one likes to do that. But it's life. We're getting there. We're making steps. And I will announce basically as soon as it's done, you'll know it's been ordered because I'm posting that everywhere because this has been 4 months of like at least a few hours, if not 12 hours a day, to get this damn thing done. And I just banging my head against it because I don't know electrical engineering. I don't know programming. And it's it's like I went to school for neurology. This is I need some like wet bits in there, give me some brain, some nerves and stuff. Yeah.
So at this point, you say you've had somebody go through, write the code. You had somebody else come through, say the code checks out and everything should work. Instead of having somebody come through and checking someone else's work, are you to the point where you just need to back out, take a walk around the block and go, let's have somebody else start from scratch and just see how that goes?
That's like plan Z, because if someone else starts from scratch, they have to remake the board
Ugh.
And
So
so
it's not just the coding that's the main issue, it's just kind of the combination of
it
everything?
yeah, it's all homogeneously worked together because the person who made the board coded it.
Gotcha.
So
So
and
it's
yeah,
basically reliant in whatever language they spoke
well, I mean,
technologically.
it's Arduino, but yeah, it's
Well, yeah,
like
but I mean,
dialect. Every individual
yeah.
I've been finding has their own dialect of quote of coding. It's you can always understand it, but if you start getting that southern drawl all of a sudden, it's just like I need you to repeat yourself and write that down because I don't know what whatever you just said. But yeah, that's and I have other projects lined up for it as well, so it's hopefully cool things ahead with that. But yeah, it's going around. But yeah, so circling back, which is also another project needing that solenoid is I've set up my basic film area um for the next couple weeks and I'm hopefully hammering out some more some raw video content for myself. Um I've been debating how I want to shoot it. I finally figured it out. I'm just doing a camera boom on my DSLR with the very technologically savvy Walmart plastic bag as the counterweight for the DSLR. So it's
Hey, man, if it works.
yeah, it does. And so I looked online. I'm like, how much weight do I need to put in? And some guy in that person holds his name was Frank Camera Dude 761. Frank Camera Dude says a normal DSLR is worth about two 16-ounce water bottles filled up. No math, no measuring. It's just like, yeah, just fill them up. It doesn't matter. That should work. And it did. That's what's in the bag.
Nice.
So I'm like, cool. So that guy is legend. And that was just on some weird that was on like Yahoo Answers. It's like I haven't used like so Yahoo Answers shut down, but it was like a screenshot from Yahoo Answers that was put on Reddit. So I'm like, yeah, I'm like, cool. The dude knew it. It worked. It's all balanced, and it's like perfectly balanced, so I can move that up and down however I want. And actually get yeah, a good like top down setup. Like here I can move that around. Is this no, I can do this. I have the technology. Yeah, so this is roughly the what people would be looking at. Anything the white garage I'm cropping out and I'm gonna green screen to some form of
Hmm.
background. But that's just like some sort of workshop mat that I got off Amazon. Tablecloth and table. And I'm just gonna build on top of that. And those pieces I'm using for structural framing for a project. That has car. There's a certain type of bolt, like the car. You know the car bolts that can handle the weight.
Air bolts to handle the weight.
Yeah,
You're talking just like
there's a special classification of them.
you're talking like a grade 8 or something like that?
Yeah, grade whatever.
Oh, okay,
Um,
gotcha. I
yeah. So yeah, like actual automobile parts. So I found bolts that can hold like that won't shear essentially, and I
You
can
mean when you put, some kind of large seating arrangement and, perhaps some large motors and things on it?
yeah into a bolted on frame that says you shouldn't do that for it, but all the weight specs turn out correct. So it's like, I don't want to weld. I don't have. I'm lazy. So this is yeah, and plus it's disassemblable. So yeah, some sort of seating arrangements that's perhaps motorized, that's perhaps has a cannon on it of some sort. Be good. Be good times. Yeah, no, it's as I was setting up all the filming and stuff, like the area, um, started like reminiscing on old you know, MTV Make Test Battle days, old just content filming. It's a
Well,
good
it's been
time.
a long time since you actually made a video or made any kind of content, and so, yeah, it would
I
be,
know.
a bit, stir up a few memories.
We made a little like yeah, my very last MTV video I think was 2000. The MTV video that published was like 2009, 17, 18. Yeah, I know. It was,
Right before a lot of things started changing over there.
yeah, right before something happened. It was crazy. Um, and the um, yeah. Then I mean, I've filmed some other stuff. I've done some stuff for Flywheel the World. I've done some like some content things for other channels. I mean, I teach content. That's what I do. And that's like my day job now. Is I have a college professor that teaches social media content creation, esports, and a little bit of neurology. So yeah, that's been kind of scratching the itch, but now it's just like I want to get back into it. I want to make stuff. I want to do things. Look at me. I'm a cartoon. I want to do things. I became a cartoon to do things. Yeah. So it's yeah, no, that scratched the itch, and then so one thing I want to kind of go on is like it's a little bit of trip down memory lane of different cool like content creator mods over the years. And if yeah, let's see if I can do. Oh, yeah. See, and if people have other mods that they want that they kind of like a nostalgia. This a little bit of the member episode from South Park. Um, if you have like an old mod that you really enjoyed or something, give us post it in chat, and I would love just to throw it up on the screen as well. I'm just gonna put that topic: old mods, YouTube content, social media. Social media. I don't know. I'll throw a little topic thing. Look at that. Look at that. We're trying to be like half professional. I somehow have the coffee cup toggle again. Hang on. There we go. That's gone.
Put it down. Put it down.
Nope. Exactly. I got to really
the start of.
Hmm?
Oh, I was just going to say, with the start of a new year, it is kind of nice to take a moment to appreciate what's come before and see how that's going to inspire us as we move ahead.
Yeah, so I'm looking back, looking forward, but yeah. So let's see if I can do this. So I just want to like, obviously.
Now, gosh, what was that? We're talking like 2013, 14? Because I know that was established when I got into the hobby for sure.
That was really?
I believe so. At least he'd built a few of those.
So
kind of right there.
Coop 772 Strifly was 11 years ago.
Back when the hobby was based on portmanteaus.
Yep. January 22nd, 2013. And
yep, I was not involved yet.
I was 5 years into the hobby at that point.
Now you're just crumbling to dust and blowing
exactly.
away.
Look at me. I'm all bones.
But no, I remember, I first learned about the whole hobby and everything. Then I remember coming across the pictures and the videos and everything like that, and just, oh, that is really cool. I wonder how he did that. Huh. So that stirs a few emotions right there.
Oh yeah. No, it was for its time. It was like revolutionary. Also, Captain Shotgun says hi to you.
Ah, well, hello. You got 3 hellos. That's more than the last person.
Damn, that's crazy. Yeah, you gotta ration those. The hello economy might come crashing down.
Well, yeah, I still have a small bucket of hellos over here just in case.
Nice. But yeah, the it was crazy. The it was kind of like that seamless integration to a point. If you really look down, where's my mouse? You really look at this point. It was the best integration, but it was still so good, and it had lights, and it was using truss fires. When everyone used truss fires.
Well, it's funny to think that looking at that picture, that was what I would consider like the average, or not average in quality, but like that is what was being made. That is a good representation of just that's what regular people were making, was integration with the weird paint and lights and stuff like that. Kind of weird, not crude, but basic electrical mods, or perhaps unenlightened education or electrical mods.
Oh yeah, but, very unenlightened. But it was fine. It was enlightened enough that no one got seriously hurt.
Well, yeah, seriously, yeah. But it's interesting that this, by today's hobby standards, is like, oh, that is a very niche thing. Somebody shows up to a Nerf war with that, you're gonna have a lot of people saying, what is that?
Yeah.
Why is that? Why did you do this? What is your goal here? Whereas before, 10 years ago plus, that's just what you did. That was just
Yeah. Yeah, you master keyed it. You master keyed the strife was just it started becoming everywhere.
oh
And
yeah.
it and yeah, no, and it was huge. You started seeing so many just he called it the strife fly. He's just if you well, yeah, the firefly shell stock to the strife. Most of the time to a recon barrel. A lot of people use the long shot barrels because of the extra length to mount the rough cut or the under barrel master key.
Well, the long strike barrel was a slightly bigger round, so it gave you a little bit less resistance on the way out.
Yeah, a little less dark drag, which was
Back when that was a thing that we had to worry about.
now we purposely
Jeez.
do dark drag to detune some of our blasters. Like it's going too fast, put on a scar. That's all that is. Yeah, no, it's interesting. So his format was which I'm gonna kind of keep always circling back to throughout this. You'll see people start seeing a theme is he posted all the components he used. He did some really basic time lapse of the different photos of just this, into some it wasn't not techno, like a house EDM thing. Just really quick cycling through, showing progress photos, showing everything, and like, yeah, what was that like 11 years ago now? That was the thing. That was the thing a lot of different makers did as well, not just out both inside and outside the Nerf hobby. It was phenomenal. It kind of took. I don't know if you'd fully say it took the hobby by storm. I would say it took the hobby by storm, but that's totally open to interpretation.
I always did appreciate the efficiency of his videos, though.
Oh yeah,
Not only reviews, but even, like I said, his mod builds were always like, here's the concept, here's the process, here's, the little time lapse thing. And when was the last time you saw a time lapse in a video? Anymore, it's just like, here's the new product, I'm shooting the new product, here's a link for the new product.
yeah.
And
Look
that's
at
kind
it.
of the extent of
Yeah, show us
content
how it
creators in
was
the hobby
made.
now.
Yeah, show us how it's made. I mean, so especially so the next one might argue is even more popular than the Strife Fly. It's just I know it's been done more. It's definitely been done more. Right.
that definitely represents a point in the hobby.
Yeah, Straven.
Again,
Granted, it went to the next level of the mod, which was okay. We want a longer stock, but the stock is also has that additional mag holder, so it added some
a little more value.
usefulness to it, and that just it's also I think it was just a cleaner integration. Like it was easier to do than the Firefly. I know Ravens were a lot more available than trying to get a Firefly. But
Funny because I've got a tote over there of like about a dozen
well nowadays,
fireflies.
yeah,
Well, yeah, I guess back then that was, gosh, 10 years ago plus.
I have my research notes up. This was also 11 years ago. This was in March. So this was March 8th, 2013 versus the Strifefly, which was January 22nd, 2013. Right, so that was basically 3 months. A little bit, I don't know what his filming to editing schedule was, but
Yeah.
the couple of times I've chatted with him, it was pretty tight. It was like he had an idea, he knocked out the idea, and yeah, it was and he executed it, and then Strifefly definitely took the the hobby by something. They not Strifefly, Straven, because then they were everywhere.
Jeez.
All
Yeah.
my HVZ games had Stravens. If there wasn't at least 3 Stravens in the end of 2013 year in any of the the Melbourne Nerf scene, something was wrong. Like there was you head for the hills, disaster was about to strike, bad omen stuff. Hey, Besto.
Hey.
Yeah, so it was it was a good time, but once again, same thing. Overview how it's done. It was quick time lapse, but they he showed progress, and then it showed the execution. Didn't show the painting, which is I get it, that's not for everyone, but as someone who's terrible at painting, I always do like to see it. It's like, yeah, look, that person can do that thing.
I have to appreciate the audacity of a zip tie holding that trigger back. It's like, could you even imagine in this day and age?
I could easily. So it's because it's just pure slam fire strong arm.
Well, yeah, but now there'd be a 3D printed insert that replaces the trigger that you'd put in there that would just take care of it for you.
What if you 3D printed a zip tie?
I'm sure there's a file out there.
But yeah, so that's like, I know. So I have photos of the more well known, but also I don't know if you would recognize this. I want to know if you will recognize this.
Oh, okay, yeah, with the little chainsaw guy up front. I don't know if I'd recognize like the creator, but I'm pretty sure I've come across that in the Google search before.
So Forsaken
and there
Angel.
Again, oh, geez, that's a name.
Yeah.
But there again follows the similar, kind of a light integration, paint job, LEDs.
Yeah, LEDs.
That's just what Nerfing was there for a while.
What happened to our LEDs? We had some. Where did all the LEDs go? I miss LEDs. I want more LEDs and everything.
There's LEDs in the last build I made.
Yeah.
But they do show up periodically, but gosh, just not to the extent that they used to, which is really too bad that, of course, anymore on a 3D printed blaster, where are you going to put all that LEDs and all that extra wiring?
That's the great part about a 3D
like
printed blaster. You can design spots for them.
But then why aren't you?
Yeah. Yeah, me.
Well, that was a why aren't you directed towards the general viewership and the community at large.
So speaking of a little bit of modification stuff, Captain Shotgun's asking, Centurion stock with a Strife integration.
Oh, that's not too bad at all.
You've done one, right?
Oh, very much. I did too. That was the Centaur and Centauride were both variations on the Strife combination, the Strife Centurion.
Okay.
So working on your first integration. Comes to integrations. Figure I try to learn from watching you. Okay. Well, yeah, that's fine. I'm sure you've done one before. How difficult is it? Yeah, it depends on what avenue you take. If you're just doing kind of the basic cut the Centurion, in fact, stand by.
Oh,
Watch
we're whipping stuff out. I was going to find a photo, but then I realized, yeah, isn't that one behind you? Isn't that red one behind you? I was going to pull up the picture of it.
Oh, that's a rapid strike on that.
That's
one.
A rapid strike. Okay.
I was just going to grab a shell.
Yeah.
I made the mistake of reorganizing everything. Where's my Centurion box?
How dare you reorganize stuff?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
Crazy.
Fine, I just have to take this.
Take that.
Take this one here and... Oh. A little Strife, where are you?
Find a Strife. How many Strifes do you still own, out of curiosity?
I've got my emergency blue Strife in a box still. That's it's kind of the in case of emergency integration, break glass kind of arrangement.
Need a mod now, stat.
I got this one in my hand and that one there. Plus, I think I have two more orange, but I'm kind of running low at the moment.
Yeah, I used to own like 12, and now I only own... Oh, that's the wrong button.
But you got real small.
Yep.
Okay. Right. We're going to... hate to hijack your little talk about integration stuff, but because we have a little bit of audience interaction. Yeah. So, what we got here is your basic Centurion. What most people do, what is I would consider the traditional method of the Striturion, there again, the hobby reliant on portmanteaus. is basically you take here at the back of the jam door. Gonna get really big with those. Oh wait, there we go. No, I'm backwards. There we go.
There.
Right about here. Usually they
Yeah.
make the cut straight down. The more popular version now is to kind of continue the same angle forward a ways until until you feel good.
Mm-hmm.
Clean off this area here. Gut the shell. Clean out all of the weird nonsense structural stuff inside. Yes, that's super helpful.
Yeah.
Strife you don't have to do much with. I think on mine I ended up just kind of clearing off, taking this big muzzle piece out here, cut the front end off of that just to keep its weird little details out of the way. You don't have to do much with the rest of it except for there's a few different methods you can take for the grip integration part of things. I mean, you can either, if you're going with a electric pusher or a solenoid or something like that, you can basically eliminate the whole grip, the strife grip and mechanical linkage and everything all together, and just leave this grip so you don't have to worry about trying to integrate, where do you make the cuts, where do you draw that line? And so if you want to disregard the strife internals and just go with the electrical pusher, solenoid, whatever setup, then you can just utilize everything inside the existing grip. It's kind of 6 of one, half a dozen of the other, depending on which way you go. You're either having to integrate switches and stuff like that into this, or if you go utilizing the stock grip, then you're trying to basically try to find the difference between this side and make them fit together. So it just kind of depends on how you go, how experienced you are, how brave you are, and how you want to tackle that. But if you are not on the Merge Masters Discord already, then I would recommend you. Alex, can you throw that? Can you throw that up in the chat somewhere, just in case? Or
Yeah. Let me. You might get a little wonky for a second, but that's fine.
oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're not in the
We
Discord
got a little
already,
wonky.
things are getting weird.
That's fine.
If you're not in, join up. Feel free to ask questions, post pictures. There's very, very talented people in there that would be just tickled to death to help you out. Not on Discord. Okay.
I would.
Or
If you're able to, or if you're just like, I've never really used it. There is just like a full website version if you just don't want to download Discord. It is a nice there's like it's a nice repository of data. Some cool people, some weird people, but
plenty.
most of us are cool.
Yeah. So if you're not already on Discord and you're open to the idea, then yeah, I'd highly recommend that. If you have restrictions for whatever reason that you're not able to, there's if you've already, I guess if you want to go on the YouTube, and my mod along series is a very long, very dry, very dragged out process of building a different iteration of a Strife Centurion combination, and you can follow basically from concept to reality, every step, every process, every thought that went into it. And so that's like I said, if you're ever like in the hospital in recovery for like a couple of weeks, then that's a good time, a good way to suck in that information. It's a lot of it is stuff you kind of want to be viewing, so it's not something you can necessarily put on while you're working on something else, because there's a lot of me just saying, now if you look at this and you hold this to this, and so you kind of need a little visual context. So it's take a sample of that. It's some of my earliest videos, which are extra bad. Not that my videos ever got good.
Disagree, but
that's okay. Disagree to disagree, or agree to disagree. So, not a fan of social media. I totally understand. I am very much the same way. But, so yeah, if you want to try the Discord thing, then that would be awesome. If you don't, then go ahead and watch some of the videos. Hello. And just message me through comments, and we can kind of chat back and forth if you need. Or we can kind of go from there.
Yeah.
That'll at least give you some information to get rolling.
We do look at comments and stuff, so if anything, hey, yeah, just comment on the live stream and go, hey, I'm stuck doing this. Also as Pirate says, there are printable flywheel inserts for the Saturnian shells as well.
Should have been.
Hmm?
It says should have been designed a long time ago, which I agree with. Only you'd have to also design some kind of insertable mag
did
well as
those never
well.
go public? Hey, I'll have to message some people. There is Centuriona based flywheel cages. I know because I have one that's 3D
Really?
printed. I just need to remember who made it then if it's not widely available. I did not make it.
Okay. Love to send photos. What do I got? Oh, you're not social media. Shoot. Guess you could use the Merge Masters email. I mean, that's at least on topic, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, if you want to email me at mergemasterscomp, short for competition, at gmail.com. That's the website, or the website, email that gets used for the Merge Masters competition, as, the name implies. But at the very least, it'll get to me, and yeah, we can chat around about it a little bit. Oh, you got Facebook. Yeah, you can message me on Facebook too. Yeah. Mr. Nathan, I believe.
Yeah. Yeah. Now then,
and yeah, then you can share pictures and ask questions or whatever, and I'll do the best I can to help you out.
I would highly suggest Discord Merge Masters just for the Merge Masters channel, just for the Merge Masters competition, especially if you're thinking of making something.
Yeah, because we're gearing up in just a couple weeks.
Yeah,
so
we're about 1 month out to the start of the competition. And if it's
3 weeks out.
3 weeks out. Oh. Yeah, sure. First
means we got some work to do.
We do. Oh no. Time. It's strange. But yeah, no, the yeah, and then if you go, okay, I'm not feeling it, I'll just delete it, right? It's gone. Yeah, it's
Yeah, it sounds great. Yeah, look into the Discord. There's no weird drama or anything like that in there. It's pretty tame, really helpful bunch. But I totally get if you don't want to get involved with it. No judgment. But yeah, message me on Facebook, and we'll go from there.
Yeah.
And friend Besto, Andrew, yes, are you actually going to play this time? Because it seems like every time we're at the arena, you like to just sit up front, and you always deny when we invite you out to play on the field. So if you're actually going to play, we need to make sure you play.
Do
but
it.
Yeah, definitely, we are excited to get back into the arena and do a bit more old school type nerfing.
Nice. Yeah, that is Mystic One. Hey, Mystic One. Mystic One's one of our first place winners from last Merge Masters.
That's right. He was
the Medusa. Very, very shiny. Put me on actually Mystic was one of the people. Multiple of them used truck bed liner as that spray.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and it was
for the grip and all that details and stuff.
And I've tested it, I played around with it. It's nice. It shouldn't be as nice as it is, but it is, and it's just like genius coming up with that. I don't know. You went one day like truck bed liner. You went, I should put that on a Nerf blaster. I don't know, but it's just.
Can you find that real quick, just for the rest of the viewing
Medusa?
audience? Yeah.
Yeah, I'll pull up the Medusa. Hang on. Let's see. Let me go with this. I have that technology.
Good, because I'm not sure where. I don't think I have that on this computer anymore.
Oh, good. Actually, no. That's gonna be bad. Give me one. I'm gonna actually go into my Merge Masters folder on my computer and properly pull up the Medusa, because it needs to be. It can't just be a screen grab.
Wait a minute.
Huh?
I actually have that. Jerry.
Hang on.
I have it in primer. That's the last picture I've got.
Doom.
I don't think I ever updated after we ended up I just had you start taking care of that.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. bam, we'll do this, and see, I just have a folder. They were my background for a while. I updated my background, but that's fine. But I just have a folder of like every prize winner. So now with the power of technology and anime, um,
Ugh.
yeah, I
I
know.
prefer one over the other.
We will do this. Bam.
There we are. That's a dandy.
Yeah.
And
Now we appreciate
that-
you too, Miskik. That was it's good. Also, be careful with truck bed liner. It gets everywhere. You did warn me, I remember. But
well, this is the one that used the 3D filament for bonding and filling,
okay.
which was I've not seen since.
Oh, the ABS slurry? Was that Mystic?
No, I'm looking at the picture, and this is no, I just used the 3D
Oh, the
3D
pen?
pen,
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
for bonding pieces and for filling in gaps and stuff.
Yeah, it's good times.
Yeah, geez, going through these old pictures, the build pictures before primer, and that was nice. That was a good one.
Yeah.
That was one of those where, as it went along, he kept adding pieces, and it's like, oh, that's really good. Oh no, that's even better. Oh gosh,
Yeah.
now it's even better, and it just kind of kept going. That was very good work. I
Yeah.
enjoyed watching that one progress. Sorry, I got to exit out of a million windows now, but yeah, that was good.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and also I get you, pirate. You don't want to be the product on social media as people are.
Yeah.
But yeah, he just for what I do mostly is there's I turn off my notifications. So every few days I'll go through like my Discord, go, okay, these people messaged me or something. Um, but yeah, it's good stuff. But yeah, no, it's Mystic did great work, and I'm hoping you compete again, Mystic. I want to see what awesome shenanigans you come up with for the next one.
Yeah, we got some not unusual expectations, but I'm anxious to see how everybody reacts to the new rules
Yeah,
and all that implies.
yeah. And Captain, right now Discord's gonna be the primary source of it. I think Nathan and I have to sit down and see if it's gonna be mandatory.
Yeah, I'm hoping not because I do want it to be accessible, but I think it'll streamline the heck out of everything if everybody just operates everything through the Discord.
Yeah,
But I totally understand that people not. I don't. Like I said, I want it to be accessible. I don't want anybody to feel like, oh, I can't compete because the whole reason we're doing the competition is to get people all stirred up and wanting to build stuff. And to tell somebody you're not in the club, it's just
yeah,
rubs me the wrong way. And so we've discussed for situations like that, doing submissions through the email and kind of running it the way we did the logbook, or what do you call it, the spreadsheet last year,
yeah.
where people submitted us the information and we inputted everything.
Which
We're
was a
hoping to
lot.
streamline.
That was a
It
lot.
was it was a lot, but also that was 40 people or whatever
Uh-huh.
that we were dealing with. So this time we're hoping to have everybody handling their own input into the Discord. But if we have one or two people that just can't, then we can manage probably
Yeah.
one or two on the side or something. But um, if you want to join just for the competition,
And
then
then
that would
leave.
be awesome.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
yeah, if when you're done you don't want to anymore and you want to leave, then that's, like I said, totally understand. No judgment there. I'll leave that entirely up to you, and that's something we can hash out while we're chatting about other stuff later.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We'll update you guys with all that stuff. But yeah, it's
Yeah, that's
yeah.
but the next stream on the 19th is going to be a whole lot of information.
A lot of
But
information.
we're hoping to have it broken down into nice bite-sized pieces so that you don't have to watch an hour and a half stream to get all the information. You can
Tiny
watch the
pieces.
information, but it'll be in little it'll be reviewable in little pieces and text things and stuff like that. So I'm hoping to have the information more accessible than we did last year.
Yeah. Every time we're gonna be a little bit better. One might even say we're integrating more and more things. You know,
I,
fun.
I think that was supposed to be a pun. It just didn't land very good.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's points for trying though.
Hey, what?
Oh, hey, Clowny. Thanks for joining in.
It's clowny. What if I had a very late?
Uh, it just
Doesn't hit. Doesn't
it
hit.
it,
Fine.
it didn't it the fermentation just didn't work.
Not taken. Yeah. All right. So yeah. So move. I mean, this actually works. So this is all still on it's really it's kind of like the Merge Masters topic of just like um seeing a build from start to end. So yeah, obviously we saw Mystics from start to end, which is phenomenal. And yeah, going back to the Forsaken Eight Angel Lancer many, many moons ago, 16 years ago. Yeah, we're going back
Oh,
in time.
that was old when I got here then.
Yeah,
But
that was the Home
still
Depot
gold.
kitty chainsaw in front of a long shot. And the chainsaw worked, and it was based off the Gears of War, which is a video game franchise. Lancer, the gun in that one, and yeah, it was like a battle rifle with a chainsaw on the front, and that you cut people up with. It's good times, and yeah, Forsaken Angel made that.
And we can assume it's probably got a brass breech then, right?
Oh yeah, it was Forsaken. Yeah,
I mean,
because
wouldn't that have been an angel breach?
yeah, the good old Angel breaches. That only he could really prime because it was found out later that he was just like a bodybuilder, or so he was just like a mass, and it's just like, okay, so this is why it worked for you. Yeah, 'cause this is the member episode, Cloudy, of back in my day. But I mean, and so that was and he showed a lot of these start to finish. A lot of his got taken down because he used so much copyright music, but you could do that back 16 years ago on YouTube. And then the other one, which I was taken down, so I had to just find a different variant, is if you remember his Doomsayers. This isn't from his video. This is from a Make Test Battle video. Do you have one? Do you have an old?
If anybody wants to build me one,
Dude,
I've got this, and it does still click.
Yeah.
But yeah, if somebody who knows what they're doing, any old schoolers out there want to come talk to me,
dude,
I'd be happy to oblige.
I walked Greg and I. So Greg was an old Melbourne nerfer. He's still around. I had Greg.
Kraken?
Greg Kraken.
Yeah.
The Kraken. We always joke that he was like 40 years old. He was actually like 6 years younger than me. He just had that very chiseled jawline that made him look like he was in his mid 30s. And now that I'm in my mid 30s, I'm like, oh, you're a baby now. But yeah, it was so yeah, no, we walked through making it. He screwed up on some things, so that's why it doesn't work. But I think there's still the full 3D printed internal dropping kit for that was just basically a remodified Caliburn internals. Yeah, they took so much work. But once again, he did like a start to finish thing for it. The video's now down because he had to use a lot of copyrighted music. But yeah, back then it was just it was so good. It was fun. And then I think he was rocking a full length K25, which is a harder prime than a K26. That if you didn't reinforce it, you just snap the shell in half.
Yeah, they're kind of creaky.
Yeah. It's all it's full reinforced, but it's good times. Yeah. And then going a little bit more into the future after Forsaken Angels was do you remember his Eyes of Fire? The rapid 20s that he hooked up to. Yes. He had
run off an air tank.
Yeah, run off an air tank. I made one, and then that's where I learned that you shouldn't use PVC pipe as an air pressure system.
Ugh.
Liam somewhere out there going, "What did you do?"
I actually hung on to two. I've got two that, of course, they never work.
Yeah.
But I've actually hung on to two that I have back in the corner somewhere, just for when I get a wild hair to put a tank on it. Because that seems like the only way to justify it.
Yeah.
is to just put an air tank on them.
Yeah,
So
air tank on it.
someday,
Someday.
someday.
Yeah, good times. Yeah, now he did great stuff, and but also he kind of showed the mod from start to finish, and then he had the cool promo video for it as well. So he did the thing, which was really good. Oh, the Clowny cannon, yes. Nah, pirate. It's why not both? Why not make a Nerf Lego blaster? But yeah, so going a little bit more into the future, you should recognize this one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So that was one I was very much in.
Yes, the Bobo Lobo Pwn Saw. Pwn Saw is ready. But yeah, it's well, and he does the thing once again, and it's kind of the whole point of me bringing up these videos is or these photos and referencing back to the video. Speaking of which, yeah, this is the Bobo Lobo's old one of the blasters. In the description once the stream's over, I'm gonna have a link to all the photos, the videos for the photos. So referencing them, but also go hey, especially if you're newer into the hobby, go check it out. It's some cool stuff. And the whole reason I'm kind of bringing up these ones in particular. There's a bunch out there. They all showed a start to finish product. It's like here's the idea, and the spark. Is that one of
It's
yours,
not ringing a
Clowny?
bell.
I'm gonna literally search for Clowny Spark. It was one of yours. Clowny Spark. I'm getting a lot of juggalos. So that's probably not the right thing to do. But there'll be a bit of stream delay. But yeah, and actually I think where's some of Clowny's stuff? Let's see if I can get to the Clowny cannon really quickly. Cause I know you've done the same thing, Clowny, where you're showing kind of like the start to finish. Here's the thing, here's the blaster, and it's in like its beginning stages and like the end. But it's good. Oh yeah, this one. Let's see if I can actually get a snippet. I don't know how well this will work doing this live,
Well,
but
let's find out. We've had zero technical issues so far, so I'm
yeah.
willing to risk it.
There's a good. Yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna quickly scream jab. I know somewhere you had like the start to finish of this Clowny. Every time I see Clowny,
Oh my
I think of
gosh!
this. This is the first thing that
Oh,
always comes to mind.
oh, I like that.
The
Let's.
old Gunblade. Yeah.
Uh,
Do you know who made it, Clowny? Because I'll gladly pull that up if the Strife. Let's see. I think it was Naptown that did the Strife turret.
yeah,
Yeah,
he had
yeah.
the little strips down the side, which is the best use of that little slot,
Oh
and
yeah,
was probably a heck of a lot easier than trying to fill that thing.
100%.
Now,
Yeah.
Naptowns was the one that inspired Devil's Hand
That one.
back here, which you can't see
I
unless
hear.
you crop the.
We can really quick. Hang on. Point to it again.
It's this guy here.
That one.
Yeah, that was inspiration for that guy.
All right. Let's move you back to spot. And then let's see. We go back to yeah. That's about right for you. Going back to stream whiteboard. Bam. Yeah. So yeah, the Cloudy Guitar was just. Yeah, you had the entire the build vlog for it, but it's like And so the reason I bring those up is we're actually seeing in not in just the hobby, but in not the hobby, because the hobby unfortunately isn't doing too much of it anymore. But the general maker scene in general on social media, um, is kind of going back to those full build vlog style, start to finish. Yes, they're edited, but it's I'm gonna go make a thing. They'll even fully rubber duck um to the audience. So of just like I can't get this to work, and then so they're just talking through it to the camera and just trying to get it, and then you're seeing some of their thought processes and try to actually work it out and everything, which is phenomenal. And it's something I'd love to see more people in the hobby start to pick up again is just the start to finish blaster and some sort of video essay content form.
Well, and
Um,
even just making original things again. I mean, as
yeah.
much as I like seeing all the cool whatever the new printed thing is,
Well, even
I don't know.
even the
It's
even the printed things, it's just showing off because here we'll zoom
it'd be
over
cool to
here.
see the
I'll
actual process and not just the thing.
Yeah, because it's my so I have examples because of course we got to show the research, right? It's like I can't just say something. So what I have here is this video came out 2 weeks, a little bit over 2 weeks ago from the Hacksmith, and if you don't know who the Hacksmith is, I'm sorry. Um, Hacksmith is just he's a giant YouTube maker. He's made Iron Man suits, Captain America shields, everything. But he made a fully functional Team Fortress 2 semi-automated turret using X-Shot something. It's a belt-fed X-Shot blaster. Two of them. And so it can recognize when people are in front of it, and it'll kind of aim towards it and to target them and to shoot it. And it's phenomenal. It's yeah, it's and he shows it from start to finish. So their whole thing was that he did it for Secret Santa. I don't have you seen this, Nathan?
I've scrolled past it
You scroll
and thought,
past.
oh, that'll be interesting,
Yeah.
but I've not gone back to watch it yet.
And it's phenomenal. Um Guru. Guru, I know that name and it's coming to my mind, but I can't.
Oh, split fire. Ooh. Gosh, that's going way back.
Yeah. But
That was yeah, crap. That turned into kind of a oh, not just the name of the original blaster. That kind of became a term used. It seems like for replicas and
the
stuff.
crop post, yeah.
The guru thing. So I remember crap. Whose video? Gosh, that's going way back. I remember
Wait.
watching the video about, oh yeah, guru based on so and so's guru thing, and I go, what does that even mean? And it was just based on whatever they called it because it was. I can't remember the explanation on why they called it that. Gosh, that's going back a
Groove. Yeah.
decade.
Thank you, Blaster Show. Yeah, definitely Groove. Gee, old that is like that is founding fathers of the hobby, man. Yeah, I wonder if I could find it. But yeah, it's but yeah, so with a lot of it, it's that type of long format maker content is now coming back into the mainstream again. You'll see a lot of the bigger makers are utilizing it and just like I'm gonna make a thing. Here's me making the thing, and then here's the thing. Yes, you do the you do the cool, quick, short format action shot showing it off, but then you do the long format, which actually could it's actually usually is more popular, and it adds to the algorithm a bit as well, which helps out all the other nerfers. It's one of those things of if more people posted it, it feeds into the algorithm more, and then because it feeds into the algorithm more people, and the algorithm's looking for that more, as long as people are watching it, and so on and so forth. Chicken, that's another old school guy. Yeah, the other big one also that's current, which what's his name? His name is yeah, Joel Creates. He actually made the real Nerf nuke, not the April Fools, but the an
Uh,
actual functional Nerf nuke. And have you seen this one, Nathan?
I've scrolled past that one as
Yeah.
well and been like, oh, well, maybe at lunch or something I'll watch that, and I just
Yeah.
haven't gotten to it.
Yeah, no, I didn't know of Joel Creates until a few weeks ago. And it was yeah, it was but it was like, hey, he took the joke item that's been in the hobby for forever and he made it functional.
Which is funny because there's, I believe there's STL files available for the Nerf nuke, and nobody's done anything with them. I think a few people have printed one off, but I think there's capability to actually plumb something in there, and nobody's done it yet.
Possibly. It's just getting all the firepower, right?
Yeah, to shoot a million darts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
always
geez, Germ. Germ. Holy cow, that's an old name.
Germ 81.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Uh, I wasn't expecting to go back in time that far today.
We're
But
going back in
we're
time.
going all the way.
We've only done this once before.
Sorry, Krager Dog.
Krager demands attention.
He's getting kind of whiny.
Yeah, Germ was good times. Good guy too. Yeah, no, it's yeah, he had some. Let's see, I'm trying to find the Germ. I mean, I'm on the Germ's channel now. Trying to find that video. I don't think I'll be able to. I'm back 13 years. I think I've gone too far back. Might be. Hang on, I might have to go back to the future. But yeah, so it's just one of those interesting things of it's kind of come full circle. So like early Coop, early UIN 13, yeah, Bobo's original channel, which if anyone wants to go back far, Bobo's current channel is not his original channel. His original channel got deleted. Yeah, and it's kind of come full circle with everything. It's the long form's kind of back in, and it's more. I'll be saying this during Merge Masters as well. Is if you're making something and you think if you're making something, I highly suggest trying to record it somehow and throwing that long form kind of build vlog video up somewhere on the internet.
Or at the very least, take a lot of pictures and make even if it's just a slideshow kind of thing with a discussion afterwards. We're not documenting information anymore.
Not so much.
We're just buying products anymore, and so much of the innovation is, of course, a lot of it is in the Discords and stuff, a lot of the chats and everything, but nothing's really logged away for easy accessibility later on, or for repeatability or sharing and stuff like that. And so, yeah, when YouTube started really favoring the short form information, to where it's just like, hey, sassy new product, buy it right now, and that's it. And it's just we've kind of lost a lot of the, I don't know, experimentation and development and
the R&D
a lot of what kind of
hobby.
made what really made the hobby unique.
Yeah,
we're just another kind of purchasey type.
I still
I don't have a problem with. I've been buying a lot.
Oh yeah, the unique's still there. And yeah, Pirate. Before the I Am Bubble Lobo channel, it was called the Designated Heavy. And he had a very cringy video, which he admits cringy, so I'm gonna parrot that. But I loved it, where he had the garage door opening like the old school metal bands with smoke machines, and he came out firing his old Stampede that had 2 swarm fires mounted below it to some metal music, and it was so good. But yeah, what you're saying, I still think that whimsy in the hobby is there. I still think the creativity is there. It's just I just don't think it's being documented in much, or if it is, it's just being overshadowed by the product. Which I agree. It's the hobby definitely needs that commercialism, for lack of a better word, to survive. It kind of does, and
but But
this
I
day
almost
and
wonder
age.
if like when you go back and like even the old Coop videos and stuff. So much of the videos is very much like propping your phone up on this stool
Yeah.
and then sitting in your kitchen chair, showing off this cool thing and stuttering a lot.
Hmm.
And I think because the vast community video quality etc has been raised so much, I think it makes it difficult for you know some young guy you know work
Yeah.
using what he has to try to make a video. Probably doesn't want to put one out because it's going to be not have a good mic, not have good lighting, not have good video quality. The product or the thing that's been created might be good, but they
Yeah.
might be self-conscious about, oh, I don't really want to put it out there because I don't have the ability to make a real crisp looking video. And so I think a lot of people,
Oh,
I mean,
there's
I
yeah the
don't know of
fear.
anybody, but
No,
yeah,
no,
it's
no.
just
There's always that fear of making because if I make it, if I make it, it's probably not going to be as good as what's in my head. Which I'm gonna be real with everyone, it never is.
hmm yep,
And
yep, yep.
then that's the actual item. That's the thing that you're making. And then you also have the video, which is, I mean, this is what I teach. It's like this. I tell my students just take your phone, figure out, learn a little bit of light theory, which doesn't cost anything. It just takes a little time, and that's just don't be shadowed, don't have a solar flare on your head, and then go in that, and then make sure you don't have background noise. Um, and then just and then for editing, it's just trial and error. Figure out how put if you have a computer, Black Magic, who does all the slow mo stuff. They're the people who design the cameras for like the Avengers slow mo and a lot of other big movies. They designed an editing software, and there's a free version, which is all you need. Um, and it's yeah, it's it just I mean, it's also be me being greedy. I want to see people make stuff, and I want to see the stuff, and I want enough people making stuff, and I want to be able to see, so the YouTube algorithm goes, cool. I want to share this to the rest of the world, so more people make stuff, um, and stuff. One that you could edit in some software that you upload to OneDrive. DaVinci. I mean, do you mean like you want a more cloud based? I think actually DaVinci Resolve does have a cloud based format. Um, if you want to try that. It's completely free. Um, also evening J-Ro. J-Ro says evening to you, Mr. Nathan.
Good evening, J-Ro. Welcome back. Clowny, didn't we have discussion at survival? I've not made it to a survival yet, but that might have been Endor.
Yeah.
In
Probably in
fact,
one.
I didn't get it. It might have been yeah, that was 18. Endor 18, I
Hmm.
think. We chatted a little bit. But I do
Yeah.
need to make it over there again. It's been too long since we talked.
Yeah. And actually, speaking of survival, I mean, thanks for the segue, Clowny.
That's a
Uh,
beautiful segue.
the
That's actually it. Yeah.
it's almost like it was planned. Uh, yeah, no, yeah, so we actually chatted with Survival Fest moderators. What was it? A couple days ago? When was that?
Was it last night? Night before?
Night before.
No, it was Friday. It was
Friday.
Friday.
Time
Yeah.
is weird.
Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, no, they actually they reach out to us because they're wanting to do kind of a similar Merge Masters structured competition thing for Survival Fest, and so they're like, "Hey, can we ask you guys a bunch of questions about how you did it and what worked and what didn't and what you're going to do different this time?" And so, yeah, that was we learned a little bit from those guys, and we talked a little bit afterwards and said, "What's it going to take to get us out there? Because that could be a good time."
Yeah. Yeah, they're pretty passionate about what they do. They're a lot of them are old school HVCers, and they're checking. I never asked them what we could say about what we talked about, so I'll keep it vague.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, they didn't even confirm that they were going to, but just they just did it. Blah, blah, blah. They did a
the-
similar
the-
competition last year and wanted to kind of streamline things and make it a little better this year. So I'm hoping that they're okay with us saying that much. But at the very least, yeah, Survival Fest. I think I'm gonna have to do some soul searching and some money searching and
yeah,
see if we
we'll
can
figure that out. It's in
yeah,
Athens, Ohio again, which is
a little bit closer than
a little close, but it's also
Pennsylvania,
like
but
where old Edmore was for a while.
yeah, it's still Ohio, which
Yeah,
just
yeah. But yeah, Clowny
uh
Nathan wasn't there. It was just maybe there's a cardboard cutout of him, and then
gosh, I don't know who makes me a little uncomfortable.
hey Primate. Oh, and then for you, Captain, Captain Slug, I'm gonna put this link in there. That is Blackmagic's design. That's the software. It's free. So what I'd say is download it, see if you can pull it and put it from the cloud. If that works for you for the OneDrive, and play around with it. I'm teaching myself it really because I used to use HitFilm, but HitFilm is not that great anymore. And Blackmagic's design is free until you need to start doing movie grade special effects and slow motion. At which point you someone has the money for it because you're doing like $100,000 special effects. So yeah, but it's a good software. It's a little intuitive. There's so many guides on YouTube. What's up,
We got dogs
dogs?
carrying on.
Yeah,
Dogs being dogs.
yeah, yeah. Give it a shot. If you're on the Discord, or if you're not gonna do that, yeah, you always could just throw that in that email if you have questions. I'm slowly teaching myself it as well. And it's not too bad of a thing. It's the new hotness program. Everyone used Premiere back when like a make test battle started, and then Adobe decided to charge people more and more money. So we stopped using Premiere. We went to HitFilm. HitFilm was more special effects, but it had a very basic editing software into it that we always just recommended to people because it was free. And then HitFilm decided to follow Adobe's footsteps. And yeah, then so now the DaVinci Premiere, and they've have it in writing, like to legally binding to themselves that they're not going to make the free version ever paid for. So
Hmm.
yeah, they're
Bold
good
claim.
guys. Oh, some of them are used to be YouTubers that made it, and they're just like I've been, they're like, they've all been there, So you happen to find a Adobe Premiere somewhere, not saying it fell off the back of a truck, but you got it somehow you got it working, and then then it was hard. Then one day it just would stop working, maybe because it fell off the back of a truck. But yeah, it was the thing. Yeah, the YouTube editors, it's a place to start. And you learn how to cut, and then you learn how to edit a little bit, and then you just keep going into it. But yeah, especially if you said you got a laptop a few weeks back, it's yeah, it's
Pirate. Cartaya, gosh, like 2 months ago, I think he was on the Bots and Blasters Foam After Dark podcast as a guest, and I believe he suggested that he had something, he was gearing up for something, or was he's still around. Anyway,
yeah.
I don't know any details, but he's still around for sure.
Yeah, a lot of the yeah, a lot of the old people are still around. I know people keep dragging Bobo to places. He's like, I'm done with the hobby, and then next time you see him at a place.
Well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's weird. A lot of the old nerfers either now kind of stepped back from the hobby or run some sort of third party online retail store for the for the hobby.
Yeah, or the actual events. and
Yeah,
so
or run
it's
the events. Yeah.
so which that takes a ton of time. Even just running local events is a
Oh, it's crazy.
investment.
Yeah. Are you planning to go to Enmore this year?
Uh, well, as much as I like the idea, I'm kind of leaning more towards Maryland or Survival Fest, and I just can't justify, 4 or 5 trips across the continent in a
Yeah.
year. And so
That
I'm kind of like, okay, and which one do I want to do this year? Which one am I going to do next year? Because I still want to do Ragfest,
yeah.
in the fall. And so, I'm not sure what it's going to be this year.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
know that.
I'd kind of promised my heart to Maryland, but also Survival Fest came out of nowhere,
Yeah.
and so
Yeah, Survival Fest are good dudes and stuff. But it's yeah, same with it's I got 2 events in me for budget basically, and then so you only can take so much time off work. So it's I'm going to Rag cuz it's only 4 hours 6 hours north of me.
that must be
I,
nice.
I fly there but still. But yeah,
Which is funny that you live twice as close as we do, and we drove last year, and you flew.
yeah, I'm lazy though.
Yeah,
Uh
and I'm not saying that was a good drive, but it was, yeah.
yeah, no, it's no, yeah, that's a long drive. I might be driving next year if the project that I posted at the beginning of the stream, the little beams and stuff. If I complete that, I want to bring it to Rag. And the only way for me to bring something the size of a couch to Rag would be to drive it in a trailer.
Well, we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, Gail, you do Survival Fest? Watch Gail
Ah,
be one of the
cool.
admins that we talked to, and I didn't even realize. I don't know. Gail, were you one of the admins that we talked to, and I didn't even realize? Calling you out.
Do you have a red face toggle on your little avatar thing?
Me? What do I got? I got angry.
Oh, that's
I haven't set up all my toggles yet, but yeah, I guess
okay.
to get that, I have to get the whoops, the little
No
blush.
embarrassment.
Yeah, nah, I don't get embarrassed. I am the cringe. You embrace the cringe,
Mhm.
and yeah, then you don't get embarrassed anymore. Simple. Yeah,
Easy as that.
look at me, I'm anime.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
That
well,
doesn't make it any easier.
No, I haven't been to Athens close enough. The group's trying to make it nice.
Ah, cool,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I would like 100%. If you can go to the Survival Fest, they they're putting a lot of work into it. They're very passionate, and they have really good game design theory for HVZ. I'd say go, and they're doing things that I've been harping on so many other groups or so many other events to do for years. Um, like I said, I don't know what I can and cannot talk about of it. Um, but yeah, no, it's well worth it, and they're thinking of you financially. I think that's safe enough to say.
Sure.
Yeah,
I guess we'll wait and we'll find out, huh?
yeah, exactly. It's just but yeah, no, I get you, Captain. You got the family trip, and you can't do big trips.
Yeah,
But
they add up real fast, especially if you want to buy all the cool stuff you find when you get to the convention.
yeah, it's like I didn't need that $400 blaster, but it's right there.
But
It'd kind of be rude not to, you know.
I mean, you came all this way.
Came all the way. I got a spot in the suitcase for it, you know.
Well, if you don't, you just buy another suitcase like Panda
Fine.
does.
Exactly. How many suitcases did Panda end up with? Was it 4 or 5?
Oh, gosh, he didn't give a report this last year, but I know what two. I think it was last Ragfest. I think he got 3 that I know of, but
Yeah,
I'm not sure what his final count was.
too many.
But it's it's apparently easier to just buy a suitcase here in the States, load it full of blasters, fly home with it, and then apparently sell. What do you do with suitcases? when you're done.
Throw them away. Use them as storage instead of getting like those storage tubs. You just use suitcases, right?
Sure, they got
Yeah,
wheels, man.
yeah, they got wheels. Wheels move. Does the thing. Yeah. Any other thoughts? Any other things you want to talk about?
No, I think we covered a whole lot more than I was honestly expecting, and got really appreciated the audience participation as well. Had a lot of good
Yeah.
chats, a lot of good memories stirred up this time. So that was fun. I really
Oh
enjoyed it.
yeah. Yeah. No, it was really good. So next, just to kind of shouting ourselves out. Next podcast, the
The 19th.
19th, we will be going over the majority of Merge Masters stuff, rules.
Rules, theme, classifications, or I guess categories, classes, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the information. If you had the vaguest interest in Merch Masters, you will want to tune in next week. No, next week, the 19th.
19th. Yeah. Vegas.
In
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Yeah. 2 weeks. Yeah. Pirate Johnson says last mod was like 3 years ago. Your next, your last mod could be for this Merge Masters. Next mod could be for this
Yeah.
Merge Masters. We want everyone to participate. If you go, oh, I'm not good enough. Yeah, you are.
Yeah,
You're fine.
I think the rules this year are going to be interesting enough that I think it's going to level the playing field a little bit. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, yeah. It's constraint enough. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you really have to do some very creative thinking.
Yeah. And definitely cubic thinking of some sort.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We'll leave it at that. It's going to be interesting, and I'm excited to see how it all shakes out and how everybody reacts. And
we're hinting at the rules.
Shh. But yeah, so you want to tune in next time in 2 weeks for sure, same time, and we'll unload all of the rules and try to be as clear as we can, and then either immediately after the stream, or maybe if you want to bear with us while we do it in the middle of the stream, we'll be posting all the rules in those nice digestible pieces on Facebook, Instagram. Probably do a YouTube community post, and anything else we can think of.
Smoke signal.
I got a few of those we can do.
Nice.
Probably put it up on the Discord as well. We'll probably throw a little bit out to some of the other Facebook groups, maybe nudge a few people in some of the other Discords and try to spread the word a little bit.
Yeah.
And just kind of see how it goes. So yeah, it'll be very interesting to see how it goes.
Yep. It will be. Yeah, with that, I think we'll say goodbye to everyone for now, and until next time.
Yes, see you all in 2 weeks.
Yep.
Be safe and be good.
Bye.